Greetings, guys, and welcome to another edition of Any Given Sunday on BMBBH. This is Kev, and let the R&B slander begin. Listen up, guys. I rock with a lot of these people I'm about to talk about, but when these guys lead you down a dark path, and this participated in a lot of conditioning that got a lot of guys motherfucking hearts broke and looking like fucking fools. So, look, it is what it is. So first of all, let me get some things out the way. Um, um, if this is your first time here on this channel, if this popped up in your algorithm some kind of way, and you're already annoyed by the sound of my voice, go below this screen and hit the subscribe button so you can begin to pull your hair out. Because look, I'm brutally honest here. And if you aren't new to this channel and you like watching my broadcast, then look, go and hit that like button. But it's a possibility that some of you might not like some of the things I have to say because some of the music I'm gonna talk about, like many of you were conceived on, and we're sitting up here talking about R&B. And you've heard of this acronym that's going around the space, SBE. We're gonna deal with a different SBE, and that is simping, begging, and emotional. Yeah, I mean, I had to think of something else, but so I came up with these because that's exactly what it was. It is like when you go back. I mean, these songs had great melodies, great like great grooves. I mean, you could groove to them. I mean, they were the slow song that came on when you were in high school dances, sometimes middle school dances, or whatever, or your prom, maybe, or something like that. But when you really sit down to really think about it, you was like, man, this shit really made a goddamn fool out of me. Yeah. So, ladies and gents, my name is Kev, and let me shout out some people in the chat. Oh yeah, one more thing. The sponsor for tonight's stream is Sun is Hot Raw. Sun is Hot Raw is a moderator on this channel, and somehow, some kind of way, I uploaded a edited video. Well, one of my BMBBH news, and he was able to donate on that. So I thought that was worth mentioning, and I appreciate him for that. So yeah, he's the sponsor for tonight's stream. Plus, I didn't get anything last night, so I had to go to like the last donation that I received for this channel. But yeah, if you want to support this stream, this channel, I promise you I will continue to bring you great topics. I have a super chat, and I also have a Cash App, which is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. So that's the sponsor for tonight. If he shows up at some point in the stream, I will remind everyone. Plus, I'll let him know that he is much appreciated. So, anyway, let me call out some of the comments. Let's let's see who's in the building. We got Field Brad. What's going on? We got Toya the Tutor. Always good to see you. We got RPM. Had Orlando's. Orlando's. Oh yeah, these were the comments I got before I went on the air. I'm not the most punctual content creator, but I promise you guys that'll improve soon. But I appreciate you guys for showing up. We got Indigenous TV. We got the Great Raven Knight. See who else we got in the baby. I mean, we got in the building. I'm sorry. Yeah, you already got me thinking about these damn R&B songs. We got Hybrid Catastrophic Impact, X83rd Power in the building. I think I already called out Indigenous TV. Say R. Kelly was a breadwinner. Yeah, yeah. So let's get to it. The name of this broadcast right here is Simp Appeal. Did R&B ruin the black relationship? Now, for those of you in the chat, let me know what you think. You can go ahead and well, it says did R&B music kill the black relationship? Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think it killed it? Do you think that it do you think that it got the juices flowing? Why Skinner Man Cave? What's going on? Hey man, it seems like it's been a while, man. But good to have you in the building. Orlando says, "Hell no." Okay, and look, whether your opinions differ or not, we're all respectful here. So always keep that in mind. And chat moderators, you are active. So, all right, let me go ahead and do this slideshow real quick. Yeah, hopefully we'll be seeing Donnie real soon. I'll be dropping the link in the chat momentarily. But what happened to old Jaheim? Let's start out with that. Yeah, we were gonna I was gonna bring him up, a little later on, but yeah, this is toward the end of this man's career. He went from looking like Bram Stoker's Dracula to, I don't know, just kind of I don't know, maybe the right drugs weren't being done anymore. But we'll get to that in a moment. Yeah, so let's start out. We're gonna start out a little early. We're gonna start out a little early. Now, this is the great Aaron Neville. Now, Aaron Neville is not included in this, but he wasn't. I would say he's a crooner, but he wasn't a real recognizable face as far as us over here in the black community. There's kind of a reason for that. But he also led the Neville Brothers. But he came out with this song that I heard a few days ago. It's called "Tell It Like It Is," and this would have been a great direction for R&B to go in. I mean, if you listen, I listened to the lyrics of the song, and if you listen to it, like just maybe YouTube it, I'll put some links in the description after this broadcast. Uh, he was basically telling the women, if you want something to play with, go get a toy. He was being direct with them, like, look, I'm not here to play with you. It is what it is. You know what you're here for. I know what I'm here for. Let's get down to business. But what happened? uh, I remember when I was younger. When I was younger, I was like, I guess Aaron Neville and the Neville brothers came on TV, and I heard the women in my family as they really didn't like Aaron Neville because he married a white woman. And it was some major dick policing back in the 80s. I don't know if any of you remember that. Some of you might have been born in the 90s. Some of you were born in the 70s or before then. I mean, shit, that's how Aaron Neville's direction, that nobody went in Aaron Neville's direction. And if we did, we probably wouldn't be having this convo tonight. But see, here's what happened. These guys, the Temptations, ain't too proud to beg. I mean, the first lyrics itself just express the cringe in what these, what the emotional message for this song was. I know you want to leave me, but I refuse to let you go. If I have to beg and plead for your sympathy, I don't mind if you mean that much to me. Ain't too proud to beg. And I'm like, we don't beg. I mean, if I don't know, in 2022, if she want to go, hey, hit the bricks. I mean, but these messages were kind of like, okay, would you guys beg for someone? I mean, did you find yourself wrapped up so emotionally, and you were emotionally invested in someone that you had to sit there and prostrate yourself before one? I'll tell you these comments right here. And they, yeah, he said every night said, "Ain't no begging it now, no begging in 2022." Yeah, y'all coming up with artists I haven't thought of, but hopefully I did a good job. I mean, I had to really sit here and think about this. But after the after effects of the Temptations, you know, guys like him, Luther Vandross, with his song "Don't You Remember You Told Me You Loved Me, Baby," and then like based on Luther's presentation, we don't even know if he was playing for our team or the other one. Let's go on with this. Oh man, I don't even think I put these slides in order. Shoot, hold on one second, y'all. Just kind of be patient. Yeah, but yeah, Luther had panties falling. Luther had panties falling, and that was the thing. What we were dealing with was a different culture back then, but in 2022, because I don't know what ruined that path. I don't know if it was social media of itself or it was just the beginning of our eyes being opened. But let me see. Let me go through some of these slides here, see if any names jump out after. Yeah, we had Blackstreet. Uh, yeah, these slides are out of order. Not in the order I meant to put them in, but we'll work with what we have. Yeah, but like, yeah, let's see. Yeah, yeah, but one in particular was Babyface. He came out with two joints that I mean, even as a young guy, I mean, he came out like with this group called The Deal, and it had this song called Two Occasions. Basically, it went like, "I only think of you on two occasions, that's day and night," which was kind of clever. But when he came out with his solo album, it was two songs, and like it was pretty much I was already on like the what we like to call the red pill. When he came out with Whip Appeal, I was like, no, because the first thing I thought of was being whipped, and that had already become a thing in the media. He was like, let me see how the song go. Whatever you want is all right with me. You got that whip appeal, so whip it on me. Nah, ain't nobody whipped on this. Ain't nobody whipped on this side. I mean, and then the other song was "Soon as I Get Home from Work." Now, that one right there had a lot of people scratching their head. I'll pay your rent, I'll wash your car, I'll give you anything soon as I get home from work. Like, if you really listen to that song, if you pay attention and you kind of break it down, he's saying, "I'll pay your rent," which is to suggest that he wasn't even living with her. That man said Teddy P was too. Teddy P, I don't know, turn off the lights. That he was kind of an aggressive one. Basically he was being straight up with he was being straight up with these women too. But see, what messed him up was he got caught with a transformer. I don't know if you know anything about that story, but I think that when he got was it a motorcycle accident or a car accident? But he got caught with one of them. So that's what really messed up Teddy P. And then when he got in that accident, he got paralyzed from the neck down. It was over with for him. But until then, he was a wild one. Oh, Waskin. Waskin Man Cave with the super chat. I really appreciate it. He said we didn't have to simp. Teddy Pendergrass did it for us. Oh, okay. Thank you for the support, by the way. That man said, he's low down, man. He said Teddy P was simping in that wheelchair. Yeah, but listen up. R&B had gotten so bad, and I mean, like, even with a lot of the groups that came, would subsequently come out, like say like Jodeci, if you listen to Stay, they were begging in that song too. Sorry I left you crying since you been gone. I've been all alone. Oh my tears, you left me drowning. These niggas was crying when the woman left. They didn't move on to the next woman. Please, baby, I'm begging for you to stay at home. Like, the fuck out of here. It's like you're begging. Like they sounded like they were just, I don't know, they were just dating these women. It didn't sound like that there was any kind of like maybe a commitment was implied, but they weren't even married. RPM Boys to Men as well. They came out with the song "Simpin' Ain't Easy." Yeah, I mean the first song that they opened up with was "Please Don't Go," and the second song, like on their Cooley High Harmony album, the second song was "A Lonely Heart." A lonely heart is what I'll be, and no one cares for me. The reason why I know these songs so well, because like I said, I used to rock with these guys. I used to rock with them. I used to rock with them. They gave me ideas that were completely unrealistic. For real, like you supposed to be this knight in shining armor, and if she doesn't stick around, you're supposed to beg, and you're supposed to make a fool of yourself, just to get some kind of brownie point from her. And I don't, and I don't want anyone in the future to have to go through that. That's why in the 90s rap was so rugged and intense, because they had to do things to reverse these things. Let me see who else in here. Talk about Blackstreet. Blackstreet, before I let go. Like, before I let you go, can I get a kiss good night? And then they had the "Don't Leave Me" song. Don't leave me, girl. If you take your love away from me, I'll go crazy. You know what they call that today? They'll call you a psycho. They'll call you a stalker. They'll say you're weird. You're a weirdo. Yeah, RPM, that's correct. You say you really don't think about the words till you're older and done learn the game. Like watching like a lot of these old school '80s cartoons, Looney Tunes cartoons, and some of the stuff we used to watch when we were kids. If you look at a lot of that stuff today, it's like, wow, you would understand how cringy they were and how much actually went over your head because you were a kid. Like, all we could think about was getting our finger a little wet when we were listening to these songs. Like, oh man, oh, I can't wait for the homies to smell my finger. Hmm. Shoot. Let's see who else is on this list. Who else is in the slides? Yeah, Babyface. Yeah, whip appeal as soon as I get home. Yeah, I already talked about this guy. I mean, shoot. What happened was, because of these songs, it made it harder. It made it harder because it was almost as if it was this gold standard that you had to meet in order to, and it's not just about like just getting sex and getting the draws. It was about establishing some ground with the opposite sex. Like when Babyface started talking that stuff, like "I'll pay your rent," like for real, for the generation of people that was listening to him, excuse me, you had to really step it up. I mean, shit, imagine a high school student like, oh man, as soon as I get a job, I gotta pay some rent. No, fuck all that shit. Indigenous TV. like the movie Little Monsters. I saw that as an adult and realized the play world where the human kids went was actually hell, and the monsters were demons. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Wild Skinner Man Cave say you have to remember the women were different back then. Yeah, I get that, but the reason why they are the way they are now is because of the conditioning that that these songs provided. Yeah, Jodeci, Shy, Shy. They're like, if I ever fall in love again, I'll be sure that the lady is a friend. Then you listen to the next song that came out after that, which was Comforter. Lay down and tell me what's on your mind. What exactly did he do to make you cry this time? I will be your comforter. It's like, huh? Like these songs hit hard as far as the background music. They hit hard. Like, I mean, for real. And it like everybody was bumping If I Ever Fall in Love Again. Like, because when you had a system in your car and that damn bass drop, it was like boom. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, these songs were very easy, like to put in your car and bump across the neighborhood. But it's just like, wow. It's like I said, when you listen to the lyrics, it was kind of fucked up. At the next song after that was "Baby, I'm Yours If You Want Me." These girls they didn't even have yet. Shoot, there go Jaheim. Put that woman first. Gangster love. You know, he doing something. I don't know what he doing now, but Jaheim never really, I would say it never caught on with me. It's like when I first heard him sing, like people was talking about, man, you heard that Jaheim, man. And then I heard him on the radio. I was like, nah, not really. Cause I don't know, maybe because, I grew up kind of what people would call a nice guy. And Jaheim was the gangster of love. I would say in Gangsta of Love, that was like saying good witch. Like you say, what the fuck? But and I know y'all like to bring up put that woman first. Yeah, I mean the whole just in case I don't make it home tonight. I just didn't like the idea of two worlds clashing together like that. He said, Hybrid Catastrophic said Jaheim's first single was tight though. Could it be? Indigenous TV said, I'm a millennial and I'm glad I didn't grow up in the midst of this simp fuckery. Yeah, man. I mean, we like with this kind of music, we grew up like not only with this, but our pops telling us basically like, like we got that Steve Harvey advice uh from our fathers at the same time and our uncles at the same time this kind of music was coming out. Basically like, don't argue, which I mean, I'll tell you guys that, don't there's no real use in arguing because you're dealing with a person that has absolutely horrible logic, so I wouldn't waste my time doing that. But, also you had some of these guys saying that, hey, you know what? Hand over your paycheck, let her take care of all the bills and allow her to give you what she wants you to spend because you dudes like, and I remember this fucked up advice that I was getting as a child from the older people that were not only in my family but some of the older guys that I hung out with too that I did kind of look up to. Basically telling me is like, She's always gonna win. You have to do the most to court her. She doesn't have to do anything. Um, you call her, don't wait for her to call you. I mean, just all this bullshit. And it was just like the one thing that I would think was that, look, this doesn't sound like that this is going to turn out good for me. But one individual lesson that I did learn is what may work, listen to this, what may work for one person is not going to necessarily work for the other person. Because one thing that I did notice was a lot of dudes had this one thing that, other dudes kind of lacked in. And it was called game, wordplay, the gift of gab, how to be smooth, how to be a player, you know, listening and I'm sure like a lot of these R&B songs did help a lot of you guys out with a lot of these females. But like the messaging in it was just like if it wasn't pound time, then it's like if you were doing exactly what these songs were telling you to do, then you got simped out. Seriously. Shoot, what up, Donnie? Shoot, I'm about to drop that link in a second. Oh, these guys right here, Tony, Tony, Tony. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, they had two songs that one song. On this very album, it was two songs. One was called "If I Had No Loot," basically telling the female you wouldn't be around if I didn't have any loot. But then they had a song called "Whatever You Want." Now, I just happen to like this song. Every time this song came on the radio, I turned my radio up. Whatever you want, girl, I can provide whatever you need. Blah 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 blah. I was like, wow, another song. And then when I listened to it years later, it's just another song. It's just another song where a dude is prostrating himself for an ungrateful female, and that sadly was the case. He wanted to give the girl the finer things in life. Yeah, let me tell you something. Even later, Isley Brothers, Ronald Isley, came out with this song called "What Would You Do," and basically it was saying that, hey, you know what? I would I will spend my money on you. What would you do if I spend my money on you? And all this, like, dude, like, stop saying that shit. New Kids on the Rock, man. Look, Phil, Brad, and I think I said this before. New Kids on the Block, and I mean, like, nobody remembers when I said it. I don't even remember what broadcast I said it on. New Kids on the Block, first song to get kind of a jump start of their career before they went full white. They came out with this song called "Please Don't Go Girl." And it must have taken a page out of like the R&B book because it sounded like an R&B song, and it seemed like nobody knew they were white, and it got airplay on the black radio stations because it sounded like it was an R&B song, and they played it repeatedly and repeatedly and repeatedly, and people were actually like when the guys with the speakers in their cars, they were actually turning this song up, and they were turning this song up, and every song that came out afterwards was sounded like white as snow. Which the thing is, what they did was they brought out "Please Don't Go Girl." They made money and royalties off that radio play to kickstart their career, and then they went full white. When they went full white, it was already too late. Shoot. See. But yeah, back to these niggas. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder can I wonder can y'all guess who these guys are? Yeah. Like they came from a genre of music that didn't blow up too much, but they always seem to linger and they always seem to be able to find work, be able to go on these little tours at, these smaller venues. Maybe they'll go to a college campus for a night before Thanksgiving concert with a bunch of other guys that were just like them. You know, yeah, yeah. Let me go from left to right. Eric Benet, Kenny Lattimore, and Kim. They kind of after this kind of music kind of died down a little bit, like the R&B songs, the group the group thing that was going on. These guys kind of kept it going throughout the 2000s into the present day. And for some reason they had tremendous staying power even though their kind of music was bland as fuck. Man, I didn't even like I had Keith Sweat and Carl Thomas in this slideshow, but Carl Thomas came out with that album Emotional, and the reason I believe that the way that album was presented, yeah, it was cool. It rocked. I did like it. I did like it, but I believe that's the reason why Carl Thomas did not last that much longer is because of the fact that it was that music was really dying out, and because of that, that was Carl Thomas's only album. But but he was also brought out by P Diddy, and P Diddy cannibalized a lot of artists. Like P Diddy would bring out an act. Next thing you know, they were fired. Then another act. Next thing you know, they were fired. He would make their money off of them. Then he'll get rid of them. And Carl Thomas got caught up in that. But the ultimate one was Keith Sweat. Dave Hollister. Yeah, y'all name some people. What up, Ebo Sosa? Toya the Tutor said, "Oh, I couldn't stand Kim." Like Kim is alright. He's alright. I like a couple of songs of his, but like for some reason, like even with like my wife don't even like Kim. She I was like, damn, Kim should be y'all kind of guy. Yeah, yeah, but like Kenny Lattimore, it's like every time somebody turned on the radio, I was like, man, please turn that shit off. Please turn. I don't care if he is married to Shantae Moore. Fuck that nigga. Turn that shit off. The king himself, Keith Sweat. Keith Sweat made begging popular. I wish I had a visual for like I actually had a slideshow, but something went wrong with my slideshows and man, I had Barry White in there too. Like Barry White, if you listen to some of his shit, I can't get enough of your love, baby, and practice what you preach. Practice what you preach sounded like it was the other SBE. Well, the SBE that is so popular, shame, blame, and expect. Oh, you just keep telling me this and telling me that. Practice what you preach, man. Get the man. No, whenever they talk to you about something, it ain't for them. It's for you. That man said Keith Sweat is the rating of SBE. Said rating the Thunder God of SBE music. Like, here's the thing with Keith Sweat. Like the song he had, "There's a Right and the Wrong Way to Love Somebody." Yeah, that song was hidden, but that song was kind of fucked up. You may be young, but you ready. Like, and then my only question for that was, how young? How young are you talking about, sir? Whatever you're talking about, sir, that this doesn't seem right. Yeah, Ebo Sosa said, I thought Keith Sweat was a pedo talking about you a big girl now, no more daddy. Shoot, that might have been the message. I mean, because pretty soon after that, R. Kelly came out with that. Which what song was that? He was talking about. Damn. It seems like you're ready. Indigenous TV says the OJ's was my favorite old school group. Cry together. And we cry together. It's like, dude, like dudes didn't care about crying. Oh yeah, Keith Sweat. I want to go outside in the rain so no one can see me crying. Clarence Carter stroking. No, now Clarence Carter was kind of. No, that was that was talking about fucking. I don't know if we can include Phil Brad. I don't know if we can include Clarence Carter in this. Oh, he came out with a song called "Too Weak to Fight" though. Yeah, yeah, man. I'm sorry for the kind of the fucked up trip down memory lane, but some of these things got to be said because, see, here's the thing: we have a lot of damage to reverse, and it is like this. I don't really care too much to like try to, like I said, get females back in line because this is the kind of thing. Because I will always say this: we fucked that up. We did. I mean, we can blame shit like feminism that all we want, but if we had put our foot down when this shit took hold in the beginning, then a lot of this stuff we wouldn't even be saying in this space. And I get it. A lot of these content creators can become quite annoying with it. Start talking about their problems that should have, shit that should have been solved a long time ago. I mean, I gotta tell you, some of you guys just were better at, you know, getting the message than some other guys were. I mean, it's that Otis Red and Orange Juice Jones was a red pill for sure. Oh yeah. Ebo Sosa, really appreciate the super chat. He said, "You spitting in pure raw facts, brother. Here's a tide for more truth." Oh, definitely. Is a hybrid catastrophic impact X83rd power? Yeah. Yeah. Drew Hill. Yeah. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me it ain't good enough for you, man. Once she told me it wasn't good enough, I'd have been out of there on the next chick. Fuck that bitch. Uh, did Bobby Brown have some SB hits? Let me see. If you want to count New Edition, Mr. Telephone Man, there's something wrong with my line. When I dial my baby's number, I get a click every time. Man, look, stop calling her. She's done. Yeah, Raven Knight, appreciate that. Said Kev always keeps raw truth coming. Long live the habitual line steppers. Long live. Yeah, let me see. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me see if I can get my boy up here real quick. Oh man, let's see. Just one moment. But I want to take the time to thank all of you for coming in, and please hit that like button. It's for the algorithm. I will say that it's for the algorithm. And if I am being shadow banned, well, it's whatever. I mean, I don't. Y'all make me feel not shadow banned. So if I was putting out R&B music, oh man, the way y'all make me feel about doing these broadcasts. No, I'm just playing. I ain't gonna do that shit. Yeah, man. I mean, like for me, it's like R&B, like for the impressionable mind, gave you this fantasy of hopefulness that just was not there. And like I said, rappers did have to counteract that shit. Yeah. So let me just one moment. Hmm. So no, I ain't like told you I ain't got that much of a singing voice, and kind of glad. But man, is like the '80s and the early '90s, I would say, did a real number on us. It really did, and it's some. I mean, it said El DeBarge, all this love is waiting for you. Mint condition. Thanks for reminding me. Mint condition. That song, Pretty Brown Eyes. Keep breaking my heart. How does she keep breaking your heart, man? Shit. It's like the first sign of trouble. Get out of there. Here's another one. Tevin Campbell. Like that. Now I know what everybody's about to say about Tevin Campbell. Uh, but I mean, when we weren't real sure, but might have suspected, we still listened to that guy. Yeah, we like what songs did he have? Can we talk? Yeah, can we talk? I'm so confused. I just want to be alone with you. Now, alone with you, I ain't gonna lie. I actually like that song. I actually like that song, but it was still because of the guy singing it. It still felt off. Man said indigenous TV said all them songs turn were coded. Turns out, yeah, kinda. He was singing in code this whole time. Yeah, because recently he came out and it was like no one cared. Like the reaction was no one cared to we already knew. R&B started creeping into, especially during the Ja Rule era. Yeah, Ja Rule. That's another one. When Ja Rule first, well, Ja Rule's rap, but his first album was cool. His second album was kind of a R&B rap type, hybrid. Yeah, it was like I didn't. I was like I mean, and a couple of the songs were cool, but I got tired of it after a while. I remember Ja Rule and Ashanti. They did this song with a high school band, and it was during the NFL game, and I forgot what year it was because my grandfather was still alive, and like they booed them off of the field, and only thing I could think of was Ja Rule and Ashanti got that high school band booed, and I hope they understand. And I hope they understand it was actually Ja Rule and Ashanti getting booed. But like I got tired of that shit after a while. Let me give some shout outs. Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson. You sound like a content creator, so I'll definitely look up your channel if that is if you are a content creator. But Mr. J 1S, what's going on? Thank you for coming through. Indigenous TV, even Prince, who wasn't really R&B and who was red pill as a person, did some SB tracks um, during his career. Let me see which one. Darling Nikki. I thought Darling Nikki was savage though. Say it's my morning sports show. That man said Trey Water said, "Come on, bro. I look like Tevin. Don't put that on him." No, Tevin put that on himself, and it seems as if some dudes put it on him too. What's going on, Donnie?
These hoes ain't loyal. Yeah. Listen, I don't come from that generation. So the shit y'all singing, yeah, this all that shit's pathetic to me.
Said all of us pathetic.
All that shit was pathetic, nigga. I
They,
I grew up at the tail end of that shit. We got Genuine, and I was like, huh? Can I put you back there? Maybe you won't be turn me into a man. She did what?
Shit. So you don't remember "There You Go Telling Me No Again" by Keith Sweat? It
Yeah,
had all.
I was a child. I wouldn't listen to that shit. I probably heard that and was like, these old ass niggas is pathetic.
Said, "There you go telling me no again." It's like, and I was like, again, like shit.
You see my generation was like, fuck that. We got these hoes ain't loyal.
Uh,
Bitches in the drink. That's all I heard. We had to divide. We couldn't stay here.
okay. So what you mean to tell me was you weren't bumping any kind of Freddie Jackson? You know who Freddie Jackson is?
No, nigga, no, 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 no.
Not no Luther
I,
Vandross.
let me tell you, when the old niggas put out songs and they was catchy, they was all fucking pathetic. R. Kelly had the song with Ron Isley. What was it?
Contagious.
No, that was the second song. That was the second song. It was the one where the nigga was in the desert with the bitch. Oh yeah, you fuck with Mr. Big.
You talking about keep it on the down low?
Keep it on the down. Yeah, there you go. And then this nigga got caught the second time. Ronald Osley was just in that. Listen, you a crime mafia, Mr. Biggs. Everybody should have been goddamn dead. You got this bitch in your house talking about some you're contagious, nigga. As soon as I heard you're contagious, would have been. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and go kill this bitch.
What about what would you do? You remember that one?
If your son was at home,
No,
that one
no,
would. What would you do if your son was at home crying on that one?
no, not that. No, that was City High. And like the reason why that band broke up is because one guy dated
Because
the
of that
chick,
bitch.
and then the other guy dated the chick.
Yeah, they did that nigga dirty. He didn't they have a behind the music and some shit, and that nigga was in there like, yeah, they did me dirty. They took my money. He took my money. He took my bitch.
Let me see. What would you do? Let me read these lyrics off real quick. He said, "Hello, ladies. How you doing tonight? Can I keep it real and say what's on my mind? There you are in that chair, waiting for me to take you there, to break it down and sing to you and make you feel these words are true. Who's gonna be the lucky one who spend some money on them and have some fun? Tell me, I choose you."
These niggas was desperate, nigga. And Brian McKnight was a stalker. I'm reading that shit now. Do I ever cross your nigga? Huh? Huh? She got a whole new nigga. What are you talking about, sir? It's been 2 years. I miss
Brian
you.
McKnight.
No, leave that bitch alone. You gonna get a protection order on your ass, Brian.
Do I ever cross your mind? uh, oh man, from something that was so meant to be, yeah, forever was promised in our hearts. Now more and more, I wonder where you are. Whoa. Do I ever cross your mind anytime? Do you ever wake up reaching out for me?
Listen, I'm gonna tell this story, and I don't need nobody bring this shit back up to me. I will fly to wherever you are. It will be a fist fight. I was about ninth grade, right? It was a girl I liked. She asked me to whatever the little Sadie Hawkins dance was, and I liked her. And it ended up not working out. But you're young and you can't really process it. And at the time, Genuine had come out with that song. And I was singing this song, and I remember trying to get the girl back, and I played this song in the back. Because this was our song, even though she didn't know about it. But it was our song. And I remember playing this song in the background, giving her some roses, and telling the girl, I put you first now. That bitch took them roses and told me it wasn't finna happen. That's when I was like, you know what? Fuck this R&B life. It's not for me.
Yeah, man. I mean, but you had to learn the hard lesson though. And you know, it could have been a lot worse. Tell you that much. Like shoot. I mean, I believe like a lot of us older ones, like we've been through quite a bit with that shit. Like let me see. Let me see. Well, anybody come out in the '90s that kind of like you was kind of like this guy's weird.
Usher.
Usher.
Yeah, Usher. Um, I'm trying to. You remind me of what was that song? Oh goddamn. Uh,
You made me want to leave the one I whip, start a new
yeah,
relationship. That
yeah. That nigga, he was running around doing some extra shit. It was come on, man. Like Usher was a little weird. He was a little weird. It was another nigga too. I feel like Tyrese was a little weird, but Tyrese was mostly talking about fucking.
yeah.
And I
I mean,
remember, matter of fact, even with the Genuine album, I remember in the Genuine album, he had broke up with his wife or his girlfriend, and that nigga had a whole song dedicated to her. He was crying, talking about it was a sparkle in his eye. He lost it.
let me see if I can find this one song, "Boys to Men." Let's see, "Simping Ain't Easy" lyrics. Let me see if I can pull that song up. "Sinking Ain't Easy" lyrics. Let's see, "Simping." It was called "Simping." Okay. Let's see. Just listen to this for a second. He said, "Baby, let me tell you how I feel. The urge is seizing me, controlling. It's unreal. Ooh, ah, baby, I want to let you know you got me yearning. So, baby, let me show you. Ooh, I want you, baby. Gotta let you know I need you here with me, right here and nowhere else. This ain't the right way. Gotta find another way to earn your love. Just give me a clue, cause you know simping ain't easy. Get on your hands and knees and lift your eyebrows. Simping ain't easy. And if you want to get it, then you gotta be willing to cry and beg and plead when you need." Wow.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Nah.
Nah.
Yeah, the niggas took this shit going too far. And one popped in my head right now. What was it? It was the blue Harold Blue Note. Is that what his name was?
We're
Where the
talking about
nigga was singing, please,
Harold
please,
Melvin.
please. Yeah, yeah. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Is that what it was? Can you maybe
Uh,
play that without a copyright strike where this nigga was crying? The nigga was on the track crying. I'm not talking about like, oh, like baby, come. No, he was like, baby, please, baby. some of your grades was a little bit much.
shoot, I don't know. It might. I don't know. I don't like to really play copyrighted stuff because, yeah, you're right. It might give me a copyright strike. But
Yeah,
let's see. Yeah, but what about that group Shy? Remember Shy?
I don't remember them. What did they sing?
No, they sang "If I Ever Fall in Love," and they had this other.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, they had this song called "Comforter."
Yeah,
Like
the friend zone anthem.
what? Tell us to lay down
Uh,
and tell I lay down and tell me what's on your mind. What exactly did he do to make you cry this time?
oh my god. Oh
Say
my god, nigga.
like the only thing you could probably see out of that one was she was like, "Thank you, you're such a great friend."
Oh my god, nigga. Thank God I grew up with Pretty Ricky. They was just talking about fucking.
Yeah, I don't know about Pretty Ricky because the directions they kind of went in after that.
Well, them niggas was them niggas was out of control. They had actually put out a hit with no, I don't know if it was a hit, but it was a song with it was Pretty Ricky, H Town, uh Casey and JoJo, and I feel like it was another group in there, and these niggas was like, yeah, maybe I like it's hard to talk about these songs without the video or the lyrics because some of this shit is just ridiculous.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. All right, Evo
Let
Sosa.
me
I
see.
appreciate you coming through. Uh, Joe's says R&B was more an attempt to save it, life support, if you will. Mister J1S shoulder to crown ass niggas. Indigenous TV um said Kev, the song "Shame" by Tyrese was comedy gold, especially the ending verse. Oh yeah, I remember that song. Let's see. Wagner says at Indigenous TV, you notice how some of the females in the '90s had made side chick anthems like SWV, "You're the One," and "Escape." My Little Secret, opposite of the R&B dudes. Like for real, maybe the chicks were more on point. Like you had that. Who was that? Who was that? Who was that? Group that sang that he's mine. You might have had him once, but I had him all the time. Like they was talking about taking men from other motherfuckers, while these dudes was talking about being in
Right.
love and commitment. These girls was actually telling you the truth about how they functioned. Moken Steph.
Chicks was being old. He was telling on himself.
Shoot, hybrid catastrophic says well, he's like at Warner TLC creep. Man, damn, like after 7, ready or not. See, that's another song that I had liked. Like the first line was, "I'll give you the moon, the sun, the wind, the stars, and the mountain. I'll give you the world and all that you wish for, and even yeah, yeah. That might have been on some cringe."
Okay, how about this? R. Kelly and Usher, same girl.
Same girl. uh, yeah. I was like, damn, that's kind of gross.
And I know it was a remake, but these niggas was talking about they're like my potential wife, the love of my life. Like nigga, what? We talking about the same bitch, right? Immediately, I found out my girl is fucking this nigga. No more potential wife. Oh wait, you you know Big Booty Chandra? Mm.
Hey,
Mm.
Roger's son is in the building. There go the link, man. No, it's not too late. We really just getting started. Man, we just got through. He said that comfort song by Shy was actually some low key beta male creep shit. We had just mentioned that song too.
Yeah, by the time R&B music it took over from my generation, it was just now. Like, I can't remember just sappy sad ass song, exception of like a Jaheim put that woman first type shit.
Shoot, Keith Sweat, I want to go outside in the rain.
Oh
Which by the way was like the way the song itself was set up, it was kind of fucking music. Like if you listen to the song, but Key Sweat was like, "I want to go outside in the rain," and "I want to go outside" is actually a remake of another song. The guy who let me see.
Okay,
Um,
how about this? Can we consider? Are we gonna put LL Cool J in the category? If I remember correctly, he had "Hey Lover." Do you
hey,
remember that movie where he was stalking? Do you or not the movie, the video where he was stalking the bitch? He was
hey,
staring at
lover,
himself
there
in the
was
rearview
more to
mirror.
crush. Yeah, and then he had the other song, "I Can Love You Better," where
She
he
had,
just basically took the bitch shopping. Talking about, "Do you think I meant to hurt you?" And
yeah.
then like the whole video, man, he was just buying her shit. Okay, so
But remember, "Hey Lover." This nigga was in the car, basically stalking this bitch, and Boys to Men was in the background singing.
oh man,
And he
so
was like that, but she would be out with her boyfriend. He'd be like, "He don't treat you right. Yeah, I'm gonna take care of you, baby." This nigga's crazy.
LL Cool J, who do you love? That's what Mr. J1S said, or J1S. How do you how?
I don't remember that song. Let's see. Hold on. Let me put my shit on mute. Let me see. Alexa.
Yeah, but while he's taking care of that, yeah, the first song was brought out by the Stylistics. The remake, of course, was Keith Sweat. And I gotta admit, that song was hard, but like, nah, dude, stop crying. These niggas need to stop crying. Here we go. What's going on, Rogish?
Hey man, I don't like how y'all doing shy like that, cuz they wasn't always a sucker song. You remember the lyrics to that song, Comfort?
Comforter. Yeah, I said it like several times. Lay down and tell me what's on your mind.
Lay
What
yeah,
exactly
lay
did he do?
down. So wait a minute, let's get the context of that. Lay down and tell me what's on your mind. Not sit back. Lay
Lady.
down.
Was he being were they being shrinks? Was he were they let me see.
No, that was that nice guy about the finish last shit. You know what I'm saying? That was
Oh yeah, okay. Let me read the lyrics. Talk to me, baby. I'm listening. Lay down and tell me what's on your mind. What exactly did he do to make you cry this time? Well, I will be your comforter. I will make it right. He cast a shadow on your heart, and I will bring back your light. Come in. I see he's hurt you again. When you're in pain, I'm in pain. That's part of being a friend.
oh shit. Whoa,
What?
I forgot about that one.
But this is a special case. I held my feelings back because of him.
Oh. Oh, and he a punk. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. A scary ass film fast. Oh boy.
Like I don't
Need
mean to
some root
I
and
don't
need some
mean to
ruthlessness in them like that.
yeah, I don't mean to disregard your feelings, but I think he's a fool. He don't know how sensitive you are, and baby, that just ain't cool. I'm just glad I could be there for you when you need a helping hand. Uh,
Wow.
deep inside my heart from the start, I know I should have been your man.
Whoa. Wow. Yo, now did they write that or did somebody else write that for them and put them on the you know what I'm saying, use them as a Trojan horse and shit?
Let me
Because
see.
the thing is, it's fucked up because these cats actually got chops. You know what I'm talking about? And the things that they be making them seem like Maxwell, right? When Maxwell first dropped, uh, all that wine and shit, cuz you know what I'm saying? He had, little something with some funky shit. But that, all that shit. Shout out Sheed, whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Shy wrote that song. Yeah, Shy wrote it. Yeah, they were the writers.
Shiro.
Yeah. Hey
Nah,
man.
because
Hey,
T Sweat is who launched them, so we already know how that goes.
hey. Do me a favor. Can you drop out and come back in because you skipping real bad.
Okay, hold up.
Yeah. Yeah. And let me put out a public service announcement. If we didn't mean to offend you if you were conceived by any of these songs that we're talking about, or if these happen to be some of your favorite songs growing up. We're just telling you, how looking back on it, we just like how messed up some of these songs were. I mean, said Indigenous said, Kev, have you ever heard of this song "Black Girl Lost" by Nas off his second album? SBE hasn't entered rap until he made that track. Let me see. Uh, Let me see. "Black Girl Lost." Let me look up the lyrics. I'll read them out. I know I can't play it. Nas "Black Girl Lost" lyrics. Yo,
Can you hear me now? Is this
yeah,
better?
yeah. You way better.
Sweet. All right, that's what's up.
Let's see. They said, "Listen to Reason." Pretty baby, baby, listen. This is Nas "Black Girl Lost." Indigenous TV had told me about this one before. Read it off. A young, wild, beautiful love child. You like them thug style, link rocking, then mink chopping, hit you on the sink, $100 drink popping, the head'll make you take shopping, a foul doctrine. Reminisce my first time up in a chick. You was innocent, but now you rent a dick, wear the tightest shit. Chanel looking real, airbrush nails, hit this gym, hit the scales, heaven sent, but negligent. Uh, to see a
Okay.
prophecy, your ebony tone locking me. The way you moan make me daydream of you on top of me. Wishing I could be the one man, but you juggle way too many willies all in one hand.
I'm about to say he sound like he mad because she a hoe. Oh, nah. Oh, Miles.
What
Miles
the?
wanted the hoe.
I mean, for real.
He wanted the he wanted the Project hoe. All right. She, look, Project hoes be pretty, man.
Yeah, reading these lyrics, man, this song's pretty cringy. You run up in the club getting rubbed on, niggas pull your hair, shake your fat rear, uh, get
Uh-huh.
your get your fuck on. Following week, you back there, but what you stuck on? Weed, clowns, and cars.
In
Oh,
love with a stripper looking ass.
oh man, shit. Yeah, but let me pull the slideshow back up. See if you remember some of this shit that we was talking. Uh,
Oh shit.
yeah, remember this guy?
I remember, I remember the Duke high top. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, these two songs in particular, "Whip Appeal"
Oh
and
God.
"As Soon as I Get Home." What were you thinking when you first heard these songs right here?
I mean, whip appeal is, it's almost in the same lane as give me that sweet funky stuff. You know what I'm talking about? So I, can't be too mad at that. But soon as I get home, what the fuck? Wait a minute. You finna do all of this? I mean, the shit that he was saying didn't even sound that just pertaining to relationships. Some of the shit was just fucking chores. Like, nigga, wait a minute, cuz.
I'll pay
You
your
know?
rent. Let me see if I can look up these lyrics.
Now wait a minute. Now let's think about it now. Like Toya says something interesting about we were listening to Drew Hill one time, right? And we know they be begging. But that song, How Deep Is Your Love for Me came on. And when Cisco started saying all that fake Latino shit, whatever, Puerto Rican, I mean, and all that shit. And at first, I figured, cats from the East Coast. I think that people from the East Coast are actually tied into, what I'm saying, Latinism, if you will, for lack of a better term, what I'm saying, more than the rest of us in the country. So I figured, all right, that was what that was. She said, nah, that was gimmick. I'm like, what you mean? She said, you think about it, everybody was dropping something of that type of style of context. So perhaps maybe, what I'm saying, sucker was the style of context that they was putting all the new groups in, what I'm saying, because that was what was selling. Maybe not what they wanted to do, but that's what was selling at the time. I mean, come on, this was around the same time where ain't shit going on but the rent or whatever.
It's about you got to have a job if you want to be with me.
I mean, that's I mean, that was the theme, right? So maybe they like, you know what, these bitches ain't buying none of these albums unless y'all out here kissing ass. So,
Yeah, I guess. Hey, but I pulled up the lyrics as soon as I get home. You're gonna love this.
Oh God.
Okay. Yeah, it starts out with, "Hey, come here for a second. I don't like the way he treats you. He doesn't deserve you. He really don't." And then the song starts. "What kind of man would leave you standing in the cold? Must have been a silly one to sacrifice a pot of gold. You're the kind of
God
woman.
damn.
You're the kind of woman that needs a man that's always there. It's not a. It's not that you require a lot. Just need some tender love and care." And then here's the chorus. "I give good love. I buy your clothes. I'll cook your dinner too. Yeah. Soon as I get home from work, I'll pay your rent. Your faithful lover. Soon as I get home. Soon as
Stop.
I get okay.
Stop. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's bullet point this shit. All right. Wait a minute. What's the first thing he said he gonna do for her?
He said, "I give good love. I'll buy your
Okay.
clothes. I'll
I'll
cook
buy
your
your
dinner too.
I'll buy
Soon,
your clothes, I'll cook your dinner. All right, now come on, now wait a minute. Now you just starting off as sucker. I
yeah,
I I buy your clothes. Look, okay, now if being brutally honest, we could insert the phrase and the colloquialism, if you give me some pussy, or please give me some pussy and I'll do this or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Like
isn't that
that's
kind
what
of low
all,
key tricking though?
of course it's tricking, but no, it's not even tricking, dog. Sucker and trick are different. Tricks know they tricks. Tricks know they tricks. Now in this day and age, you know what I'm saying, I guess, is there some
Hey,
some type of
hey,
metamorphosis that's happened
hey,
with
for
trick.
real. Hey, you gonna love this next verse though.
All right.
All right. "It doesn't make sense that you should have a broken heart. If I were the only one, I'd never let you fall apart. You're the
Oh
kind
God.
you're the kind of woman that need a man with lots of cash, with a stack of major credit cards, and with me you don't have to ask."
Okay. See, no, that's not a trick. That's a super trick.
Ooh,
That's a that's a that's a mega double dog trick right there. Double
man,
chili dog trick.
well, that's a gold digger's dream right there.
Ooh.
Good God.
Oh shit. I should have took it to the dog pound. What's your fantasy? Wow.
Like, what?
Wow. I wonder what he thinks of them, or what he thinks of them cuss now. Did he play any of that shit against Teddy Riley?
Shoot,
Because he
man.
would have lost.
You see, no, he wrote this song. Yeah, it's a songwriter, Kenneth Edmonds. And that was his real name, Kenny Edmonds.
Damn.
Yeah,
That nigga,
that
that,
nigga
his
was on some sucker shit.
dog, that makes soccer seem like, dog. Damn.
And then
What the fuck did he think his worth was in any of this shit then? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's take for instance, all right, he was what, 22 or something like that? In the 80s.
man, whatever,
Mm.
man. It's like shit. He was a 22-year-old sucker ass nigga. That
I
motherfucker like,
mean,
soon as I get home from work, girl, I treat you right. I'll never lie or flirt. I will never, never, never mess around. Like, dude, you paying messing around prices though. You paying messing around prices.
It did so. Holy shit!
What's
So wait
going
a
on?
minute.
What's going on,
Wait.
BBS?
Oh yeah, y'all reading it wrong, man. He was Derek
Oh
Jackson before
shit!
Derek Jackson. That's what he was. Don't get it twisted. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Even when that song kind of even the women didn't believe it. Okay. Even women didn't believe that shit. Okay. We know what he was. He said, everybody said, "Well, you think he really mean that shit?" That's what the women used to say. Man goes, "Oh no, he's trying to sell records."
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
did. Okay, that's what he's known
He
for.
did. Yeah,
Yeah,
he did.
he Derek Jackson before Derek Jackson.
So
Man,
who was the writers back in those days then? That was R&B. That didn't simp out.
It didn't simp out.
That didn't. I would say Clear didn't. You know what I'm saying? They was talking about intimate connection. It was like running that whole thing though. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
you got Bell Biv DeVoe when they talk about poison. Never trust a big button and smile.
All
So
right, there
there's
you
a
go.
lot of
Yeah.
guys. Okay.
Treat them like they want to be treated. You know what I'm talking about? I shout out Father MC. That
oh,
was
but
the realest shit.
didn't they kind of renege that when they came out with "When Will I See You Smile Again"?
What I'm
Oh,
saying is different songs for different things. But they said the poison. What is it? The last song they did, "Can You Stand the Rain" and stuff like that. That kind of stuff. There's a lot of songs so that went both ways. So some songs they simped, and some songs they kind of went in.
wait, can you stand the rain? No, I
Hmm.
mean that was just a love song. That
It's a love
wasn't
song. Yeah,
begging.
yeah. Well, he was begging in this one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He said, "I'll pay
The
your
late
rent" in
'80s.
the first
Yeah, yeah,
stanza.
yeah, yeah. He's in his 30s.
He didn't even build up a crescendo to pay the
No,
bitches bills and shit.
no.
And I mean, like, and he talking about somebody else's bitch. This was, I
Yeah,
don't
well,
like the way he treats you.
I heard guys say that they didn't come through on the promise, but yeah, I heard guys say that. You know.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Hmm.
That is
Oh,
hilarious.
baby, what are you doing for you? Oh, baby, I'll double it. Well,
Let me see.
So wait a minute. So hoism had used to have some class to it then,
oh yeah,
huh?
yeah. They had a little suave to it. Yeah, it wasn't as
Yeah.
direct and brutal as it is now. But if you listen to Derek Jackson, listen to Babyface, and listen to his songs, same shit. Ask his wife if it was true.
Oh, but she don't care now. They eating, which really lets you know the entirety of the matter. So could we say that okay? So let's say Babyface was selling songs. All right, who do
Mhm.
you think was actually putting out some shit that they believed, some sucker shit that they believed in?
Oh, the best sucker song ever was Lenny Williams. Uh,
Liddy with girl, you know I love
yeah, yeah.
that was
That's the best begging. That's the yeah, yeah. That's the best begging song ever.
Damn, yeah, shit.
oh man.
Damn. Everywhere that I say is true. Okay, but wait a minute. Okay, so now that type of love does exist though, does it not?
That type of love. Yeah,
Not
there's
not suck
it-
not
it's
suck not sucker love, but being a sucker for love.
yeah, there's guys that do that for their women. You see it all the time. They get a real pretty woman and they, work 12 hours a day. They come home and they cook the food and all that kind. They do that shit, and all she got to do is dress and rest.
Well, that ain't love.
For him, it
that,
is
that ain't being a sucker for love. That's being a sucker.
a fool for love, huh?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so does being a fool for love gets a pass? Because if love is actually there, if you actually feel love is a grand thing. It's dope.
Yeah,
So that might
right.
make you wanna, what I'm saying, sing a song, write a song, or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. We just saw a dude, a chick that talked about a dude that she was married to that did all that for her, and she still left him.
Uh,
He worked. Get up at 4 in the morning, and he worked to 10 at night,
Oh
and it
yeah.
wasn't enough. Yeah, and she
Oh
left. She
yeah,
bounced.
yeah. She left, and then he died of a broken heart.
Yeah, supposedly.
God
Anyway,
damn.
yeah. So it does exist. That's an imbalance.
Gosh, he was my soulmate, but that
Yeah,
wasn't good enough. But
yeah.
then
He loved me, and he loved my my out of wedlock child. Because I went back and heard her story. She had she's biracial. She's adopted. She had a baby at 19 with her boyfriend that they didn't work out, and then this dude picked her up and married her.
yeah. Okay, hey,
Oh,
but
she already had issues prior to, taking that
Yeah,
shit to him. Biracial
yeah.
and adopted.
And he came in with his blue simp shoes and his white night suit and his cape and swooped her up.
hey, real quick, shout out to D Rock Dish. Thank you for the super chat. I mean the super sticker. And Greg, what's going on? Thank you for the cash app. Real generous of you. Appreciate it.
I'll
Long.
pay your rent soon as I get home.
Soon as I get home from work, yeah. Oh yeah, the women. Oh yeah, the women were trying to sell that one, boy. The dudes wasn't having it. Oh hell no.
So wait, who was the real suckers then? If you think about it, then
Because the
damn.
women, the women were paying. The women going to the tickets and buying the albums and selling out his concerts.
Okay, yeah, but the thing is, that shit actually became value amongst them. So it's like that's the bad part. It's like, okay, all this shit might be fake, but I guess they say you tell a lie long enough, it becomes a truth, right?
Yeah, they will. Hell, it doesn't have to be the truth. The lie sounds good. If the lie sounds good, women will buy it.
Facts.
Come on, man. You know that. Come on,
Facts.
bro.
I'm not a liar, so but I know that shit.
You've been tempted to tell that lie to get them draws, man. You've been tempted. Okay. If I just say, if I say these magic words, I can get it. But do I want to?
Shit, now look. You learn about that the moment that like her liking becomes way more than yours, and what I'm saying, you just want to play the field or whatever, and you learn that shit early on. That's why they say you never lie on your dick. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But in your older ages, nah, you know what I'm saying? You understand when love is real. You understand when you actually got a complementary connection. So, you don't hear too many 40 and plus year olds making new songs about their new relationships, whatever. I guess people stick to the old style or whatever. But yeah, don't never lie on your dick.
You've been through all the wars. You ain't got nothing to
Facts.
Yeah, I can't say I ever lied on my dick though. I mean, but yeah, I wasn't on like I was given advice by other people, to say that you kind of had to lie in order to make it in that world. And I guess that's the one thing that I missed out on. That was a lie.
Oh well, she ain't for you. That's all.
Yeah. I guess.
Hey, you got to take that L.
Shit. Lying on my dick. Hell no.
I don't know. We Generation X, so it's like we that was one of the shit that was drilled into us.
Nah.
It was drilled into us. Don't lie on your dick.
I seen too many. I've seen 2 Generation X niggas do the same shit, man. It don't change.
Well, them the motherfuckers that's moving, you know what I'm saying, out of pocket. We try to. I respect the game.
You think Babyface is a boomer? No, he's Gen X, man. He's older.
He's Gen X?
Hell yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
he's older Gen X, but he's Gen X.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? Suckerism was a part of Gen X as well. So, but the thing is, it was the suckers who actually got the larger, amount of publicity and everything.
Remember Jaheim singing? I'll give you anything.
Yeah. Forever and ever. Love you always. Yeah. That's what we call. But so damn, everybody was a sucker. Okay, I saw you pull up Blackstreet.
Never goes out of style.
Every nigga, what do you say?
Never goes out of style. you
Suckerism
hear
is
some Gen
always.
Z singing suckers, singing the same shit.
Okay, so let's you finna pull up Blackstreet, Cass. And I think I saw Blackstreet. So I'm trying to think what was some Blackstreet suckers, and not just love songs, because I think we may be, what I'm saying, conflating the issue with not making distinctions of the nuances between love song and the suckers.
I'm in love with a stripper.
Ooh.
Yeah, that
Ooh.
was that
Ooh.
was sucker shit. Well, okay, look, okay, we gonna keep it real. If we gonna keep it really real, that area of the United States, Florida and Georgia, rife with sucker is rife with.
Okay, all right.
Let's be 100.
Mm-hmm.
Rife with sucker is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now back in the day of what's that? What's that shit? Chicks used to pop it open. 1991. What's it
You
called?
got it bad. You got it bad.
Yeah,
I love it when you call right back.
Let's get married.
Oh shit, Jagged Edge. I gotta be the one you need.
Nigga, I never
Oh,
saw that
all of a
song,
sudden it comes back to you, huh? Okay.
Man.
Look, pardon the pun, but Atlanta being suspect.
Oh, okay. All right.
Shit. And not suspect on the Paul side again. It was like, yeah, that sucker shit been flowing out of there, man.
Hey. Part of the game, man. The game is the
Meet
game.
me at the altar in your white dress. I can't believe they made that
And
motherfucking song.
we ain't even talk about Drake being a sucker. Singing
I don't
sucker
listen to none of his shit. I don't know none of his songs. He sounded like a sucker. Look, when he first dropped, there was some dude who was acting like he was Ghostface Killer, and all he would do was just burn Drake every block session. And I didn't even hear him, but through that alone, I'm like, this dude must suck. And DMX wasn't rocking with him. And if X don't rock with you, it's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? He hip hop official. But yeah, everything sounded like a whiny song. The moment that it turned on, I'm like, what is this nigga doing? What's Canada? Really? Nigga, Canada?
It ain't just the South, sir.
Yeah, this must be Canadian mist.
This is worldwide. Yeah, but Babyface, I remember when that song came out, chicks used to pass that around.
Uh-huh. But yeah, let's see. It was so okay, back to my point for the Freaknik shit. You was okay. I was thinking Cass was going out there and get they stud on and shit, but no, it was a major tricking that was going down.
Oh yeah. That was the era of the trick, man. The strip clubs and all that kind of stuff, and the butt naked clubs. That was tricking was in then. Yeah, you ain't tricking if you got it, right?
That's bullshit. See, ooh, I wanted to smack the fuck out of T.I. for that bullshit. Nigga, do not ever say no, it ain't tricking if you got it. It's the principle. It ain't the money. It's the principle. He already gonna be operating off the motherfucking money. Shit. What about your principle as a motherfucking man, nigga?
Hey, Rich Man had no problem with it, man. I was just looking at the winning time with the Lakers. Jerry Buss was tricking like a motherfucker, right? He didn't care. Shit. I ain't got time to serenade you, bitch. Here, I'm paying your way through college. I want some pussy, okay? I want pussy on demand. And then I'm gonna bounce and go manage the Lakers and do my business deals, okay?
Okay, but that's tycoon shit, right?
But it's high class tricking. And nobody goes in on Future for tricking. Nobody goes on Future for tricking. Future trick all day and every day. I'm not tricking, but I'm holding a $20,000 stack, walking to my private plane, say I'll fly you out. What is that?
Well, who don't go in on Future tricking? Okay.
Hell, evidently, what I'm hearing, your Future's the man.
Okay, well,
that's what I'm hearing.
They can believe that they want to. Shit, that nigga gonna have a goggle with issues.
Man, I will say this though. Some people do be acting like Future they Lord and Savior.
He does. They do. We ain't got to go that far back. Shoot, you got the world class trick right there that people love. They swear by it. So okay, all right, but it's the principle of the thing. Okay, all right.
I mean, what the thing is, let's just motherfuckers lusting for badass hoes. What and instead of desiring a quality motherfucking lady.
Okay, all right. You
Huh?
see these athletes flying all these chicks out and going in for the IG models and stuff. That Brittany Renner will tell you straight up, man.
Yeah.
She
See,
might not be the tricker, but she's the tricky.
I mean, well, the thing is that area of society has always been some motherfucking tricks. You know, I mean, they start out being some motherfucking cucks.
Last time I heard, sir, shit does not flow uphill.
I mean, the NBA is notorious for tricking. So, I mean, so this is the thing. When it comes to, you know what I'm saying, let's say, all right, lack of a better term, we'll say a high value man, right? So being a high value man. If you're able to tycoon, one, I guess you could say that tricking in a way is a form of protection, right? So then it has to be elevated out of tricking then though. You know what I'm talking about? Like we have to give it a different term. And I just don't think, you know, what's collection options? That's too motherfucking soft. Now you need something definitive that's going to stand for a tycoon. I ain't got that type of money yet, so you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I guess T.I. was right, huh?
I mean, no, but he need. Okay,
Yeah,
you know what? Since that nigga want to be wordy, he need to come up with another motherfucking word for it. Then
you just defended T.I.'s point just by saying that. If I'm a tycoon and I trick, it ain't tricking. Why?
Okay, we'll call it something else then, because I mean,
we'll call the rose another name,
or go for some quality hoes. This is the thing, though.
You know what I'm saying? Name, sir.
If you pulling from the same fucking pool of hoes that a non-tycoon can, and you want to flex on that, hold up, that ain't flexing. Get you a motherfucker that the average motherfucker can't, and then okay, maybe your qualifications could be a little bit different.
Yeah, kind of sound like a hater, my nigga. I ain't gonna
ain't no hater.
Hey, we you know what the thing is what I laugh at, man, and I hear dudes even here in the manosphere say that, right? And you get a good looking chick that's about a 7 or better, right? That's willing to show a little side boob and whisper sweet nothings. Guess what them dudes go over there? They go over there and trick.
Right.
I want to hear it.
Super side boob.
Yeah. Hey, what up? Well, what up?
And then y'all come over and complain to us, to the other content creators that don't do that shit. How come you bring these women in the manosphere? We can bring them there. You guys go over there. We don't make you guys go over there and trick and super chat and cash app these chicks.
Yeah, y'all should be supporting my shit.
So let me ask you this.
So I want to hear. So hey, tell me something, man. To make me understand. You know, I'm a boomer, man. I'm an old nigga. Make me understand.
How I don't go with that old nigga shit. How are they not absorbing the principles that have been laced within the space after all this time? Because there's some shit. Because look, there's some shit that I stand against or whatever, and there's some shit that I stood against when the space first presented itself. But over time, it's like, all right, you understand that they're standing on truth. A lot of people might not like the way that Cats in the Space deliver, but what they are delivering on is truth. And it's like, all right, how can that certain things not become principle after, let's say, about maybe 5 to 6 years in the space? Because I think motherfuckers actually get pretty laced within like 2.
They do, but thing is, what if they don't want to apply it? You know, I know what the rules are. I know what the principles are, but I don't want to practice it because tricking and making me feel good.
It's fun. Yeah.
Man, I ain't supposed to take a shot at this main line, man, but it make me feel good. So I'm gonna do it anyway. Even though it's bad.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I understand it. So I ain't got no I ain't got no problem with tricking as long as you know that as long as you do it responsibly, you know what you're doing. If you
Yeah,
want to do that and it fulfills your needs, fine. You know, it is what it
me,
is. That's what you want to do.
me
I,
either,
I
BGS.
ain't got no problem with tricking myself if she feels my needs and you know and she ain't gonna give me no headaches behind it.
I don't know why
Okay.
y'all. I don't know
I,
why
I
y'all are
got about
so.
a minute. So
I don't know why y'all are so obsessed and absorbed with not giving over money when you gonna give resources anyway. It doesn't, which costs money. So it's all good. I
No,
mean,
yeah.
no, no. Come on now. Listen, not everybody's giving up
nigga,
resources.
Huh?
okay.
I ain't say everybody was.
Damn.
We
So
didn't say that.
you
No,
not
Hey,
it,
taking her
wait,
out on a
it's just like
coffee
they said,
date?
not all. Not all.
You never been on a coffee date before? Like y'all don't
No,
do coffee
no,
dates. You
no,
just throw on the mattress.
no,
No,
not,
that
not,
don't count, cuz.
not all.
That don't
yeah,
count.
that's that justification for tricking.
No,
Yeah.
no. What basically dating is basically you demonstrating and you actually get to know her and you showing a gesture that I can actually I have resources to actually get you in. Basically, this is my platform and this is what you get if you get with my program. I have no problem with dating, right? I got no problem. That's dating is not tricking. Okay, if you want to
That
date,
wait, that's how you look at dating?
no, I said dating is not tricking. Okay,
No, no,
I
no,
said
no, no, no. But I mean, that's how
dating
you
is
look at dating. Like you
dating is
gave an
supposed to date
explanation on what dating
dating is
was.
dating is supposed to be courting. This traditionally, this is why you go out on a date and you spend money on a woman.
Facts.
You're demonstrating that I am capable of actually acquiring and spending resources on my woman.
Well,
That's
dudes
what
be a lot of dudes be complaining about that, calling that tricking, but I'm like, that's a part
that's
of the
not
whole.
tricking. That's courting
Yeah,
process. But thing is, we
It's
don't.
tricking.
But we
I don't look at
separated.
dating like that.
Them
How
niggas
do
is
you look at
hypersensitive, man.
dating, man?
So
Hyper red
when
pill
I look at
sensitive.
dating,
Hmm.
well, yeah, no, I just like, all right, you a chick I want to see. So now I'm probing to see if you're somebody I want to spend, you know, potentially the rest of my life with, or the next couple of days, or
Courting.
the next couple of months with, right?
It's
Uh,
courting.
I, I could give a fuck if you feel like I'm gonna be enough for you on a financial level, or if I can take care of. No, bitch, you here at my table. So
Yeah,
I understand the dynamic,
that's the demonstration of resources. That's what I was saying. Whether you
And
cheat or
right? But
not,
there's no resources on my point. It's seeing if I
you
like you.
if you spend money on a date and you're paying for the date, what are you paying for the date with?
Well, for one, you don't have to pay for a date every time you go out.
I
You can get her to pay.
I said
You
I said
can
I said if required to think the qualification if you are paying for a date and you're spending money on a date, what are you spending the money? Where does the money come from? It's coming from your what?
yeah, it's
Resources.
coming from your wallet, your resources, and whatnot. But
Yes.
but the mentality there is different. It's whether I like you enough
That's
versus
courting. That's a
right.
courting
But the
process.
way you stated it is completely different, right?
No,
It's
it's
an
not.
opposite of the
No,
dynamic.
it's not. No, it's not. What did I say was different?
Okay, say it one more time. We'll go from
In
there.
other words, the courting process, okay, the courting process as a man, right? As a man, you're supposed to provide what protection and resources, right? The courting process and you spending money on a date is demonstrating that I can actually provide resources to my woman or to my mate or my future mate. You're demonstrating that, okay? And when she cooks
Right.
a
And if I
meal,
go on a date,
it was said if you do it traditionally, I'm saying traditionally, okay?
well,
Let's,
okay,
let's, let's
traditionally, yeah, okay, fair enough.
that's where dating comes from, right? We separated that, okay? Okay. If she spends money on you and she's paying for the date, what is she demonstrating? She's willing to spend resources on who? On you. Because she's got the wallet. I'm proving that I can bring resources to this. That's the whole demonstration of it. Okay. And then whatever it is that you're bringing. Okay. Some women it's beauty. Some women it's domestic skills. Whatever she's bringing, what you're demonstrating is a demonstration of resources. That's what you going on a date and spending money on a date is for. Because you don't have to spend money on a date. You can go out and sit in the park and have a chat.
Well, yeah, I mean that's 90% of what it is. You have her come out and meet you. and meet you at a house party, or maybe meet you at somebody's function. That's what it is. But even then, like I guess I never looked at the resource parts of it because I'm not willing to spend it.
And, well, what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is that I'm not talking about anybody in particular or somebody's personal life. I'm saying, and I did say, if I'm not, I did say traditionally, this is what it stood for. Now, what it has become is different, okay? Because like most times, I don't think even people even date anymore. I think they hook up more than they date, and women are complaining about it because they want to go back to the old-fashioned dating. But dating is not attached to courting the way it used to be. Okay, so we've bastardized the whole function of what we call dating.
Yeah, because it's basically then the what's this considered dating is then degraded all the way down what was considered a hookup back in the day. So it don't even matter. Like even the chicks that even consider themselves like like halfway, like we're halfway kind of dating. It's still like it's just like a hookup kind of thing. Because I
Yeah,
could just ghost out at the end of the day, or just go do something else. I could always go fuck somebody else, and I
well,
don't
a
really
lot
care.
of times a lot of guys go on dates for sex instead of which is not attached to um, the courting process. Okay, I'm not gonna keep her more than like a couple of weeks. I'm gonna knock the boots a few times, 3, 4 times, and within a 2, 3 weeks, I'm gonna toss her back out. Okay, well, you just suspended resources for what? Just to have sex?
So
But
that
Basically,
I
see,
can agree with. When
but
dudes are like you
the
paying
value
for it one
system
way
for the
or another, and they
resource.
bring up that dynamic.
uh-huh. Go ahead.
When they bring up that dynamic, that's the exact dynamic of tricking because you might as well spend whatever the
Exactly.
money is because you're gonna spend less on the
Exactly.
other side.
Exactly.
So now you can say motherfuckers are defaulting themselves into being inadvertent tricks by having that dynamic of primarily only seeing women as pussy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. That. Yeah. Was I used to tell women, 'cause women used to say, "How come you don't?" I said, "I date my girlfriends. You're not my girlfriend. I don't date you." So as you
Fact.
asking me to take you out on a date, spend money on you, unless um, unless I'm out and basically I got a woman with me for whatever function it is, stuff like that. I want to stop by get something to eat. And actually, I'm gonna be generous and actually, spend money on her or actually buy her a meal because um, she with me, she's a friend, blah blah blah, just like I would do a buddy. Okay, she with me, a friend. Hey, I'm gonna spend money on because there's a friendship there. But as far as dating, on a regular basis, I said I only date my girlfriends. I don't If you're not my girlfriend, I don't date you because
Right.
I'm not going to keep you. So why should I spend money on a woman I'm not going to keep? A resource on one I'm not
A
going
lot
to
of
keep.
chicks be
That's
looking
why I
for
start.
meals anyway.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Okay, well, if there's a guy that's willing to uh, buy her a meal or for the possibility of sex, fine. Go for him. I got no
Exactly.
problem.
That's what I tell these chicks. Like, if you want to spend quality time, like I could come over, but
Well,
don't expect we not gonna be going to the rink or to the movie theater every time, and I'm not gonna be paying every time. You gonna have to pay for yourself sometimes. I don't even say shit. The chicks they just go up there at this point. She just know just to go pay for herself at this point because like I don't do
Yo,
that
wait a
shit.
minute. You
I
spend
ain't
you
even talking.
spend quality time with a chick that ain't your woman,
Nigga,
or,
what? I mean,
like
so
if
quality
I'm
time. You
if
consider
I'm
it to
getting
be quality time,
I mean, I consider all my time to be quality because if I'm spending it with you, I could always be doing something else, and that's
nigga.
how I
Please
think about
get off that
it. Yo,
technicality. You know what I'm talking
hold
about.
on,
the,
but
the
then
thing the, the, the,
hey,
the, the
hold on,
thing
hold on.
the stuff has gotten so muddled, right? We don't have a clear framework about how we go about shit because it's all muddled. When we get back to it, it's all crisscrossed and everything, right? Basically, nigga, if you want to trick for some pussy, go trick for some pussy, all right? Ain't got no
Yeah.
problem with you tricking, okay? If you dating your girlfriend and you courting for a woman or a long term girlfriend or wife, got no problem with it, right? As long as you're happy, you know what you're doing. But don't come back telling me you're doing something that you're not. Because I don't, like I said, no heat, no judgment, no shade, no judgment, right? I don't have no judgment. If you want to go buy a prostitute and that's the way you live and that's the way you live your life and you happy with that
Yep,
shit, I ain't
yep.
got no problem with it. Go do you.
Hey,
I ain't got no judgment about you. You happy with it. You live your life. You ain't hurting nobody. You ain't hurting her. Do you.
and here's the and here's another thing, I don't. It's not even like that. It's quality time because the fact that the person would even end up in my circle is astounding because I'm really like a more closed off person just
But you
out in
don't. But
public.
have
So I
you
don't.
you just turned 20, dude.
Yeah, but still, like
Yeah,
I'm already more reserved. It's not like
so the way you date and your circles, the way you date is gonna be completely different than what we do. But I understand because
I'm
you know
not, but
Yeah.
I just want to establish that no, ain't no simping in my pimping, brother.
I didn't
Like,
say
'cause
you was simp.
if I,
I didn't say you was simping. Nobody called you a simp.
I
Okay.
know, but
Not
I
at
just
all.
want to let people know ain't no simpish shit either. Like, it ain't simpish. It ain't no simp level, nigga. Ain't a drop in the
I
bucket,
didn't say
man.
It
you
ain't
were.
simp action.
You putting extras on you. You making a debate where there is none.
I just wanted to say about to the brother Rosish though.
Ain't nobody said you was a simp. Them to say what do you mean by
No, no,
quality time?
no. The
Let
reason,
me
the
let
reason,
me,
the
let me
reason, the
establish
reason
that.
why I said what I said was because you said when when they say they want to spend quality time, it's like understanding how a woman processes quality time emotionally. So if
Mhm.
that is what you are agreeing to participate with, then you ain't just kicking it. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
no,
I
that's your
mean,
woman.
but that if I'm just kicking it, like that's what I consider just kicking it, like, cause
I know
it's like
you
you're my.
consider it just kicking it, but what emotionally, what there's a bonding
I don't
process
give
that's
a
going on with
I
that.
don't give a fuck.
Well,
She better know the rules.
when you get your
To that
windows
brick
broken out
getting
and
in
your
the back of
tires
your
flat, then
Lexus.
you will give a fuck.
You said what?
When you get your windows bashed out and your tires cut, you will give a fuck.
Exactly.
She gotta find out. Look, she gotta find out where the fuck she can find me at for all that shit.
You say that when until 2 a.m. she wind up on your front door with a baseball bat. Then you say, "Oh shit, I didn't know what it was."
Nigga,
Yeah,
she
You
nah,
can't
don't
it's,
beat
know
it's
me
two
that,
at
circles.
son.
Them motherfuckers, they have their cousin follow you
Yeah,
on Instagram.
yeah,
They'll have another cousin driving behind you when you leave
yeah.
their house.
Oh
These
yeah,
chicks are resourceful.
yeah.
Bitch, I
Because
said you we were
you
friends, bitch. I already told her, bro.
you
I
can.
ain't trying to
I
hear
don't
that
care.
shit.
I don't give a fuck what you tell her, man. I don't give a fuck what
Look,
you tell her.
ain't
What,
nothing I can do this
what,
shit.
yeah, okay, all right, man. All right, youngster, you do you.
As long as
Because
it's fair.
I done told women exactly what it was, and
Yo,
when it get remixed, it was exactly something different in their head.
yo,
Yeah, look, some of us gotta learn the hard way, dog. It is what it is.
all right, bro.
Well, everybody got to learn the hard way at least once, man. You know how it is.
Yeah, at least one time.
At least one time.
All
Nah,
it
nigga,
did was one
we
time, and I'm
ghost
like,
out.
oh shit.
Y'all didn't have smartphones, bro. We ghost out. These bitches done got ghosted so many times.
Ain't
They
no
done ghosted so
smartphone
many
gonna
niggas.
keep her from knocking on your door at 2 a.m., man.
With a stick wheel, nigga. How about that?
Yeah, we got smartphones recording you niggas getting run over and shot at and
I'm not
stabbed
leaving
and
my. I'm
cut
about
with
to shoot.
glass and all kind of
I'm
stuff.
gonna
So
shoot her ass.
what
What
is
you
that, man?
mean?
What's that?
I'm gonna shoot her ass. I ain't
What's
getting
Oh,
that?
shot at
What's
and
that?
rent. I ain't leaving my house. She ain't gonna slash my shit. Be just 2 in the morning, nigga. I'll be up
All
like a
right.
night owl, nigga.
Okay, man.
Shit,
but
I'll
Okay,
be
okay.
doing.
you
I
sound
ain't
20, dog.
that's not what I'm seeing.
That
Not what
bitch
I'm
better pay
seeing.
what she. That bitch
Eh,
better pay what she owe, cause we going to punitive if she try to slash
Man,
my shit.
I said the Pookie's got it hard nowadays, man. Them chicks ain't playing.
Hey, I ain't no regular pookie, nigga.
Pookie's got it hard, man. So, yeah, damn, they be
I'm
fucking Pookie up, man. Pookie
a,
be getting shot at and stabbed and run over, man. I saw this fat chick turn over her whole car because she arguing with her Pookie.
you know what,
It
BGS?
might not pay the
You know
food
what,
no
BGS?
more.
I'm about to get back in the gym and get back to it, and then we
Okay.
gonna see what the fuck y'all talking about then.
Yeah,
'Cause,
yeah.
yeah, I
It
wish you would.
all it do is make it worse, man. It don't make it no better. You just draw more
I
to you. That's all it
I
is.
got one. I got one of them button cameras and the camera with the glass on it
And
too.
you
So
know
when I'm
what?
kicking the shit out of her ass, they gonna
When
see the whole
you
shit, and she gonna be looking dumb as hell.
when you get your ass built up and you get framed up and stuff like that, and you the shit, and you get the bait is looking right, man, you don't get them chicks following you that you ain't never fucked, never even paid attention to. They're gonna be stalking your ass.
They was stalking me in high school, BGS. Shit. A bunch of random chicks. I ain't even go to class. But, hey, you go into the gym to my bitch. How you even know my name? I ain't even spoke to you.
So
I've
you
been
know what?
avoiding your ass person.
Stop talking to me like I don't know what I'm talking about, Negro. You already know. It don't stop. It don't stop.
Even the chicks from middle school. I saw one of the little chicks from my middle school. That's when I would think I was like 6 foot in like 7th grade and shit. And we was all in our office, and then I seen her like a couple years later down in the theater around my crib. And this was when I grew like 3 more inches and shit. She was all like, "Hey, how you doing?" She was like locking the number in and shit. I was like, "Oh man, like, can we study or some shit? You got some money or some shit? Like, I ain't trying to get into all this
If you want
time.
money,
Like,
if you want money, go get you an older chick. Man. If you want money, get your sugar
nah,
mama.
but these bitches be trying to do some
If you
ridiculous shit.
want money, you got to play the game, man.
Mm,
Stop saying stuff you don't want. Stop saying you want shit that you ain't ready for.
mm.
Mm.
Well, can I get why all the sugar mamas ugly?
If she pay, that mean she own a part of you. If you want that, because she does,
Well, can
and
she?
she gonna demand her time. She gonna demand her pound of flesh. Is that what you want?
Well, can she be at least attractive? Why all the sugar mamas ugly?
want you,
Shit, how they become sugar mamas?
Oh gosh, okay. You know what, man? I can't talk to you. You have to grow up a couple more years, man. Okay? You want customers or what, man?
I mean, yeah, but damn, can I have a standard? Like, what the fuck? Can I at least get a 6?
Well,
Like,
then,
all these sugar mamas can't be whooped.
well, you really need to get in the gym. You need to get your game on point. If you want upscale chicks paying for you,
I gotta get in the gym.
and you get in the
Oh,
gym, you got to get in the gym.
That's
You're gonna
y'all
have to
niggas problem right
you got to
now,
go see
boy.
Saint
Y'all run
Kevin.
from that gym.
You go see St. Kevin, okay? Get your game right, get your bait right, and you can do what Stedman did, right? All right. Then you can go from the high class chicks to get paid, all right? But you got
yeah,
but you
Stedman
gotta look
ugly as fuck. My game solid as shit.
you gotta look the part, you gotta sound the part, and you gotta be the part. Okay? Are you ready for that?
I already looked the part,
You,
BGS. You good?
no, you don't.
You do
Oh,
a 7, man.
Anyway,
Stedman
man, I gotta go, man. I gave you enough game for one day.
When the next Patreon stream?
What's supposed to be today? It might be tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it'll be Sunday.
Okay.
All right.
All right, BGS. Man, look, these upscale sugar mama, like, I mean, damn, a six level woman sugar mama is considered upscale. I mean, that's considered pretty basic. Like, I don't consider myself a 6 at all. I don't consider myself nowhere near a 6. So
Well, I
personally,
mean, you can consider yourself whatever you want, but there's
why
this.
get these bitches? So that's different. I got results too. So I don't understand why I gotta get a bitch that look like a troll in the face with $100,000. Like, I mean, they don't even look at. They look worse than Steph Curry. Like, I would rather have. Like, where is Steph Curry at? I don't see no Steph Curry level chicks. No nothing. They all look like a hefty bag that's been stretched out. Like, if you just put your foot inside a hefty bag and just stretch the plastic a little bit, that's what their face look like.
Oh God.
Oh,
Or they
everybody
look
saying
like
Steph, she must have lost some weight or something. How's she looking these days?
she looks slim. She just got like a thick kind of face. Like she got like a she got like a Mario mushroom kind of face. She got like look like one of the mushrooms. Like, hey, no. Oh shit, she look like one of them the Pokemon nigga, like them Earth type Pokemon, the Rock type. She look like
That
one of the Rock.
the Geo dude, you said that?
Geo Watt attack. Look at that.
Yeah, I hear.
Oh my god.
I hear a lot about this Steph Co. Who is that?
We gonna pull her up. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know. We might be
I'm gonna pull her up right now. Hold up.
Wow.
She talks a lot of shit. You know what it is? She's just mad because she's not an attractive chick that can abuse pretty privilege. That's why I don't feel bad for her at all. Like, all these chicks are arguing from a point of vanity, so I don't even really care about their argument because it's like it's not even a solid argument. It's not valid at all. So there's no point in even talking about it because the fact that it's not two sided in multiple, there's not multiple dimensions to it. There's no point in even having arguments. Like, but this is what she looks like.
The thing is, what do you think they think is pretty?
Like, this is what we working with. Like, y'all got a visual? Y'all see this?
Okay, hold up.
Yeah, I just put it on the screen.
Okay, you
All
sure?
right.
Okay, you got it. Oh, okay, hold on.
Okay. Well, you know, she.
Bro, she need like
She looked like one of them chicks that have some good days, and then when she has some bad days, they be some really oh God.
You know.
Somebody help me.
That looked like one of her really bad days.
You did say Geo dude. All right, so she got strong, African features. Do we call them that or whatever?
She looks like one of the Wii Sports characters. Hold on, nah.
Oh God. What the fuck?
I mean, okay, now look. Let's say that if you go by her face, you know what I'm saying, she needs a slimmer face. Let's say she need to lose a good 20 pounds, right? The average chick need to lose a good 20 pounds.
Oh my God, bro, what the fuck?
That's cold, cuz.
Man, you low down as fuck with that, man.
Oh.
Yo.
Don't
sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. God damn. It's the only thing, like, she's just like real big headed. Like black women are like naturally big headed, but she like whatever like big head genes she had, like that shit must have been like multiplied and then turned Super Saiyan or some shit. Like this is what she working with. Like I can't really.
All right. Well, I mean, you know.
She looked like she'll win that fight.
Okay. So take a look at her right there, right? All right. So she's a short chick. You got short, and I guess she got some stock to her as a short chick. The thing is, when you run into women who are at a certain I don't know, dare I say tax bracket, that tends to be a norm. You know what I'm saying? It's just like preachers. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying it for years. Baller bellies, right? So, even if they don't got baller bellies, you will look at the fact of what the average size is of them, and you can see what the average lifestyle of consumption is, right? Lifestyle of receiving and consumption and values, she falls right into that. She got that kind of face, you see the hair, you listen to what she says. Why would she be any different? You know what I'm saying?
Saying the majority
from the social frame that's out there.
You saying the majority of upper class black women look like this? Nah, bro. I can't concede with that. I don't agree with that, bro. I know upper class women personally.
Is who she is, and she ain't who she is by herself. You know what I'm saying? She got a big sisterhood, huge sisterhood. Okay. The thing is, it's not a value to them. What the value is to them is so-called, I don't know, becoming a success or whatever they call it. But
yeah, bro.
Health doesn't really play a part in that. That's why, look, when they go on KS's show, he been on for almost 3 years or something, and they still showing up. You know what I'm saying? 100 pounds too heavy, as if they aren't already attuned to the standard that he said actually becoming somewhat of a social standard.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Anyone gives a fuck about how much you make. Like if you're like 265, 250, like you leaving streaks in the toilet, like the toilet seat all dirty, the sheets is hella dirty, like you musty and shit because you can't like clean. Like I just like
Pookie, you got to take into consideration, man. Ooh. These women actually be happy, or not necessarily happy, but content. So,
are you sure? Because I know they do a whole lot of complaining. A whole lot.
Well, the reason I say this is because I I got my start within wellness, first starting off with morbidly obese clientele, right? And it's primarily just women, you know what I'm saying, with that personal trainer is going to work with from 18 all the way up to around 60 something, maybe 70 something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get to understand how the pattern goes. Now with these big women didn't want to work out. They only worked out because it was a health issue. If they didn't have the health issue, they would still remain big than a motherfucker. It
They
had
wouldn't get a
nothing to do, and still think themselves to be beautiful, still think themselves to be fine, fly, all that shit, right? So it has nothing really to do. It has nothing to do with the body. It has to do with how their emotional framework is set up.
No, get this.
And
Get
yeah,
this. Like, Rogan, think about a concept like this. 'Cause I think anybody can be whatever they want. Like, you can be fine. You're just not fine in the way that I find you attractive, or the majority of the male population finds you attractive. So you can consider yourself fine, but your aspect of beauty and how fine you are just isn't in the aspect that it needs to for you to get a man. So you can't necessarily be mad at us because that's cool. You could be fine.
don't do that when this motherfucking tricks and suckerism. This is the issue with trick and suckerism, though. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, this is the major issue. The boundaries that are supposed to be set for the essentiality of the socialization, that ain't set. Everything is whatever the fuck anybody wants to be, and then you know what I'm saying, you have no order with nothing. And then people are like, well, you know, they want to have their fun, they want to be free or whatever. But it's like, nah, there is supposed to be a specific social order, and that is essential to civilization itself, not just motherfucking preference or whatever. You know?
Exactly. I got, it's always the fat chicks that want to fucking try to pursue me. I mean, it's weird. I got a weird range because like I'm above average, like attractive person. I would say I could say that based off like my results, but I'm like also a dark skinned dude. So I guess people think that I go for a lot. So it's like I didn't have like from nines and tens try to approach me and shit, all the way down to like the fattest kind of chick, like try to get
Yeah,
at me. Like,
you're gonna get the gamut, dog. You're gonna get the gamut. And if you got some height on you, oh, definitely, you know what I'm saying, bitch chicks gonna try to holler at you because you know the I think the thing with big women is tall motherfuckers got big dicks. And they got a lot of meat that you got to get past.
they do, but I'm not. Yeah,
Will be
what's
able
my
to.
incentive for working past that? Hell no. See, the problem is big. This is the problem with big chicks, man. This is the problem. This is my issue. I, okay, so I got to put in premium work for 87 gas quality, basically. I gotta put in 91 work for 87 gas quality.
It ain't that
And
bad for you, cuz.
you still ain't giving me shit. It's bad enough the skinny bitches barely be giving up shit. But your fat ass still ain't gonna give me nothing, man. And I don't even want to touch you at the end of the day. I'm sorry. I'm just saying what everyone thinks. No one wants to touch her out of shape ass. There's
Oh
no
shit.
reason these chicks be comparing themselves to their grandma and our mamas and shit. Yeah, but see, there's a difference. It took that woman 50 fucking years to get to 300 pounds. Bitch, how the fuck you get to 300 pounds in 2 years? Your fat ass. I
God
get
damn.
tired of these McDonald's, Diet Coke drinking ass, McFlurry, binging ass chick.
Shit, maybe they didn't want run into that.
Bouncy.
Maybe they didn't run into that baby face. Shit.
I mean, look. So the fact again, so the fact that there are suckers out there, the fact that when it comes to men having their standards, us standing on our standards is considered something bad. Like, all right, you know, like talking about tricking ain't tricking if you got it. Well, that's like whom? I'm talking about Now, if you're gonna be a boss player, then all right, you a boss player. But if you boss playing into the, you know what I'm saying, 85, 87 round, when you actually got access, supposed to have access to the, you know what I'm saying, then I think they actually do a disservice to black men as a whole, because you get some cats who don't want to understand the game and play your motherfucking lane because they listen to T.I. and they hear that nigga say it ain't tricking if you got it. All right, well, nigga, you're at motherfucking, 40 G's, 30 G's a year, cuz it's
$40.
definitely, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely tricky for you. But the thing is, we don't put standards on things that are supposed to have standards. It's just that anything goes. You know what I'm saying? And T.I., I guess T.I. don't feel he got nobody to answer to. I felt in the past maybe, you know what I'm saying, that argument would have expanded, but it didn't. You know what I'm saying? People just ran with it. Okay, it ain't tricking if you got it. All right, people just probably did that. They was waiting to exhale and shit. You know what I'm saying? This bet is a whole lot more genuine suckers out this motherfucker than we think it is.
Genuine sucker.
Genuine suckers. Everybody ain't brainwashed out this bitch.
Oh, so what you saying is that's just the way they are.
Exactly. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if I do see a lot of these Gen Z chicks on Tinder and doing their shit on OnlyFans and fucking with these older dudes. That's fine. At the end of the day, look. I hope it works out. I hope you're able to conform into that man's structure, because if you not, you can't live here with me. You are on your own. You are an independent woman, and I need you to pay some independent bills if you coming over here in this household just off principle. I don't give a fuck. I could make $1 million, bitch. You still gonna have to pay 50%. Like, I don't care.
Not according to Babyface.
I fuck Babyface. He ain't no Generation Z. Old ass
Babyface say I got it all, man. It's all on me.
You need a man with lots of cash, with a stack of major credit cards. You don't have to ask.
Got me fucked up. Ain't paying no prices.
I'll pay your rent soon as I get home from work. Nigga, okay, so wait a minute. Wait a minute. She probably, so she at home, she ain't working, probably calling that nigga all day, bored as fuck. It's the 80s. You know what I'm saying? That bitch's friends was at work, that she wasn't calling them. So she had to be trying to blow up his brick of a cell phone.
What about Bobby Womack? What do you say?
BGS already put it out there. That's a supreme sucker song.
I thought he said Lenny Williams.
Lenny Williams, that's what it is. Lenny Williams. But again, you also got to take into consideration if that type of love actually exists, and if it does, then there needs to be some further distinctions created.
I mean, what would you guys what would you guys believe that would be the perfect situation, like the opposite of being a sucker?
Opposite of being a sucker,
like what? Free dates? What
you mean free?
I mean,
taking her to the park, getting a couple pieces of white bread, to feed the ducks.
What the opposite of being a sucker is? Her being in the house, calm, peaceful, shutting the fuck up. That's it.
God. Nah, look. Okay, the thing is, it seems like motherfuckers trying to get out of spending money. And if that's the case, you're actually dealing with a situation that got a higher saturation of hoes. Most people like that. So first you got to acknowledge its situation.
You working a little bit. You working a little bit, brother.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you a little bit better. Yeah, we hear you a little bit better now, but stay where you at, because you was kind of cutting in and out.
Okay, so what I said is, if that fear is there, it seems like people don't want to spend on money, trying to get out of spending money. And if that's it, then that means that there is some kind of knowledge being the situation. You got that fear that comes from almost on one. You gotta acknowledge that you're dealing with hoes, or people want to acknowledge that they're dealing with hoes.
Hey, Rogish, you must be Captain Picard because the board got your ass. Like that whole
let me go back.
Yeah. Come out and come back in. Go out and come back in. Yeah, but as you guys can see on the screen, I have 42 subs to go before I hit the number 3K. And if you are watching right now, you're not subbed, go ahead and get me one more closer to that goal. So you can get quality content such as this, and Mr. Pookie explaining his woes as far as the female gender. So but not just that, but other shit as well. But go ahead, Rogish. What were you saying?
All right, microphone check. 1 2 1 2.
Word. Good.
All
Sounding good.
cool. All right, cool. So what I was saying is, if there is such a fear of people don't want to spend money, and if you don't want to spend money, and that means money is the context, it leaving you. So that means that perhaps maybe this is a situation where you're dealing with and acknowledge that you're dealing with a hoe. And perhaps, what I'm saying, with the whole blending of hoe and lady, what I'm saying, with a lot of women, there is much of the situation that people aren't being honest with. Maybe they're wanting to be nice to her, wanting to be polite, wanting to do all that lovey-dovey shit. But the only thing you got to select from primarily is hoes. And you're getting tired of engaging with a hoe as if she is a hoe. And now you're trying to place yourself into some type of, other state of being, other than that of somebody who's dealing with a hoe. So you can say sucker, you can say fool. I never want to pretend you her boyfriend or some shit. That's some John shit, right? We come right back to the trick. The thing is, what type of women are you dealing with? Are you dealing with hoes or are you dealing with ladies?
Okay, ladies.
Yeah, but it seemed to me like more and more that the trick kind of they either made the game harder or they kind of ruined the game. As a matter of fact.
Yeah, because they twist up all these women to think a certain way because, well, not that they think it's not. I guess it's not really the church's whole fault. It's not his entire fault because how women are naturally programmed. They're kind of so short sighted in some aspects that they can lose sight of the bigger picture of the actuality of the whole pool of men and denominate people down to like categories based off of what the dude she may be attracted to likes without realizing the context that this dude may not be necessarily the right person for her, or she may have picked this dude at a tumultuous time and he may not be a solid person, and that may be the why she got the outcome she got. She just attributes that to the mass of men, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it also, also depending on what your goal is at the end of the day. Is she disposable or is she a keeper? If she's disposable, will you end up spending more money on that one experience than you would if she was a keeper and you were to like kind of spend here and there over a period of time?
Motherfuckers gotta arrive desiring something other than pussy from them.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
where
that's
they
what I'm.
fuck up.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. I mean, depending on what your end game is, at the same time, some guys, are lucky enough to be able to get shit for free. And like I've known a few people like that that just use their mouth, like use their gift of gab, just to
Nigga, that's
basic.
me.
Oh, that's you. Oh, you just use that gift to gab. You don't spend anything.
Well, I can. I mean, I choose. I do. It's always a choice on how you enter interactions with people and women specifically. So I choose certain extent based off of who I am to pay. That's my choice. Um, but I've had plenty of opportunities where women have offered to pay for me, but me personally, it just doesn't feel like it just feels hella weird. Like I don't know.
Mm. Mm, mm,
I like for example, like even with the chick that one of the chicks I'm talking to right now, like she's offered to pay for me like multiple times, like on any like occasion, like when we go out or like fucking or just like go to hang out somewhere. But it's just like I can never bring myself to just be like go ahead and go do it. Like at most we'll go Dutch. Like that's as far as like I'll take that shit.
mm.
No. I guess what bothered me is when I saw like when I used to work in the theater and I saw like all the pookie dudes that used to come in and they used to always be drinking that beer and shit. And they always used to be to the right of the female because she was paying with the ticket. Like, oh no.
I mean, but the thing is that she taps into Pookie with her emotions. That's the thing. She taps into Pookie with her emotions, and she taps into the other dude through, his wallet or whatever, or his status or whatever. So and what ultimately wins out is her emotion. They're holding fast to this money shit, and it's actually causing them to spend certain elements of themselves that they can't get back. And this is where they run into these issues and shit.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like that's where it all breaks down because it's like even with the dudes that be advocating like you got to get the money and the resources. Like even if the chick is not, if she's not emotionally attached to you,
Right.
yes, you can get her, with money in the short term. But what's going to happen is she's going to simply find somebody to be able to offload that emotional attachment, and that's going to cause you a lot of relationship issues. So your relationship ain't going to be as hollow as it should be. You're going to be dealing with stuff you shouldn't have to deal with. And potentially, you could run the risk of losing your woman, having your relationship ended early unnecessarily. That's why I don't think it's even necessary to even try to pursue a woman, even from
Did you say losing your woman? Did you say losing?
yeah. If he got her for money, if she get a dude that she's emotionally attached to, and that nigga gets he gets a couple of dollars, what you gonna do?
Uh, okay. So that's the
What you
I'm
gonna do?
telling
Like,
you now,
not
bro.
for real. Like,
I'm,
no, I'm being
no,
dead ass
hear me
serious.
out. Hear me out. I'm married for 10 years, dog. Married for 10 years, never stepped out. She ain't stepped out. I doubt it that she did. But and the whole time I was in it for life. You know what I'm talking about? It was all right. This is what it is, And I was there for that capacity. And you think that they're there for that capacity. And they tell you that they're there for that capacity.
Right
But shit, yoink right on up out of that. So it's like they say, well, she's not yours, she's yours for right now. Even
now,
in other aspects other than boyfriend, girlfriend, going together with all that, dating, courting, whatever. Even in the marriage, there's nothing finalized. And it's often not finalized with her. We can be suckers throughout the whole motherfucking thing, cuz that's why there is a such a thing as sucker for love. You know what I'm saying? Which probably does turn to sympatry after a certain amount of time. But yeah,
nah, nigga, it
even
was always sympathy.
yeah,
Man, y'all be doing that slick word change. Gangsters can simp to Tupac was simping, but it's all good. Happy
I
fifth
mean,
birthday.
no, look, no, dog, look, that love, but this is the thing. So maybe we need to analyze what we think love is as well, because we get into relationship shit, and it turns into the he say she say. and it becomes a debate. But what about how one is analyzing this shit? You know what I'm saying?
I believe
For the sake of the union, not just for, well, this is what our side says and what their side says. All right, well, what about this eventually weism that we know that we need to get to? Because ultimately we're talking about this shit for the sake of, you know what I'm saying, our community, family unit, village, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Take your pick.
love is well, love in the past was mainly more focused on finding someone that you could spend the rest of your life with that could help you with your goals, and they had similar goals, and to establish a family unit and to build a family network. That's what love was mainly about in the past. Now it seems it's more focused on the emotional attachment. It's more focused on love being defined by a strong emotional attachment to someone, which can be very fleeting.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that what we consider love as a human race is denominated by a combination of the two, um, the strong emotional attachment, and by how a person matches our lives, what we do to garner our, economic value, how our social value and social life is structured, um, to a certain extent, our political views, our core values, such as family traditions, such as stuff like that. Um, that being said, it's when I say I don't believe that the concept of love is real, I mean I don't believe that the concept that the society currently pushes and the majority of the women currently push, that love is about doing things altruistically for others on a one-dimensional, one-sided basis. That
Well, of
is
course.
one-sided on your end, and the other end of that, I don't agree with the dreamy chicks that love is about um, being attached to each other and having strong emotions all the time and being
Well,
attached
really,
all
really,
the time.
fuck what it's about. It's not really what it's about. It's about what can we make it into. Because obviously, what it's about, we ain't finna be about that shit. Obviously, whatever the fuck love was about, you know what I'm saying, previously, we done had our issues coming into an understanding with that for a long enough time where I think where we should scrap that old shit. And you know what I'm saying, let's start with this renewal because ultimately, you know what I'm saying, we need to move forward.
I just
It
tell my,
seemed like go ahead.
I'm gonna just start telling women, like, to be honest, don't just stop. Don't mention the word love to me. Don't come to me with that love shit. Look, because this is the basis on how I look at it. Um, does what we do match? Are you satisfied with what I'm able to provide for you sexually, economically, such and the like? Um, are you secure in my ability to provide? And if that is met, then that is the basis. Are we able to mesh well? Are we able to maintain a calm disposition most of the time when interacting? And that is what matters most, and that is
Now how does one
what I
exist
would
in such
say.
a social climate and not become uh what's the word, digitized by that? Because I mean, to me, that kind of resonates on you know the contractual side of the game, and I think that's what's actually been fucking us up.
No, it ain't contractual, but let's remove all this emotionality up out of it, because that's how people get their feelings hurt, because nothing is actually definitive. It's not about it being a contract where I'm explicitly doing this and that. There's always room for flexibility, but it's more about structure. It's not a contract. 'Cause it's not as rigid. as specific denominated tasks
Right.
split up and delegated between two people. It's just more about a framework for a stable and structured, and a stable, happy life. It's just more about the framework. There's no framework, and you lose the framework in allowing a concept as subjective and dynamic as love into your relationship. You have to remove love from your relationship and just base it off of what is provided and how
The
feel about.
essentialities of a union.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once you do that, you won't have no more issues. Either do that or I guess more specifically and add more nuance to the concept of love. You can either do
Right.
two of those options. Either remove the concept of love entirely from the relationship or add more nuance to the concept so it has some sense of structure, some sense of direction, and it's
Right.
not free flowing. So certain people, I'm not saying this is what people actually do, but I'm just saying so certain people can't potentially abuse the free flowing concept with any kind of rhetoric or narrative that they want to specifically push on you for their own specific motives.
Right. I think.
Uh,
Go ahead,
go
bro.
go ahead, Rogish. I'll see what
No,
I
no,
say.
you good. You good, bro.
No. What I was about to say is I'm finna wind this one down. So,
All right, then.
mm,
Yeah, I've been going for a little bit. I
yeah,
end off on this one. Then. Um, respect. Thanks for the hospitality. Weekend warrior. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the black man being brutally honest family. A little bit some line steppers. Uh, when it comes to this one, yeesh, this I think y'all better listen to the Thundercat, man. He's telling y'all the only solution that there is actually to maintain any semblance of harmony, of balance, or order. You got to get back to the essentialities. That which is essential has to become the most high valued factor within the union. If we are, to say the family. Personally, I don't know. The fact that, what I'm saying, it seems like it's a reflexive perspective to not have to spend no money. I think that the younger generation is actually dealing with poetry on a whole nother toxic level that actually may be chronic, if not
That's
terminal.
that's the reason. That's the reason why most guys are talking that rhetoric. It's not the fact of spending money on a woman that bothers them. It's the fact
Yeah,
that it's more the argument and the stance of we have to spend money on this caliber of woman. We have to spend
yeah,
money on women
yeah,
who purport themselves like this. When in the
yep,
past, men spent money on women who are of a different caliber, who conducted themselves with different characteristics, to which we find more advantageous to our motive.
yeah.
Nowadays, we cannot find those women, so now we feel like we're subjected and almost forced to provide resources for a group of women that we don't really feel is fully advantageous to our motives necessarily.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, and I don't know if there's a light at the end of that tunnel because then because the current women, that means you have to actually interfere with their current value system feed that they're getting. And I don't know. They got this government behind them, but that's a whole nother string. I'd like to thank y'all for sharpening your brother. I'll see y'all in these YouTube streets. Y'all take care. Holla.
word. And that was Rogish son.
But yeah,
Uh,
yeah, me too. Thank you, Kev, for inviting your brother up. Everybody, if you don't mind if I can shout out my channel real quick before I get up out of here.
go ahead, go ahead.
But I just want to say, everybody subscribe to Simp Appeal Prestigious Training. We doing a lot of fitness content over there. I'm gonna start dropping over there more frequently. 5 day. We going on a five video a week schedule because I want to up my content list. But thanks for the opportunity, Kev, and I'm gonna see y'all later. Habitual line steppers out.
Word. Uh, all right. Listen, I hope y'all enjoyed this broadcast, and what what my goal is to undo some of the seeds that were planted to put brothers at a disadvantage as far as life challenges. And I mean, if you want to say the relationship dynamic too, my goal isn't really to fix the relationship, but just to kind of advise you brothers on being the best versions of yourself. You know, even though there are brothers that are better than me at it, if I could help in any way, shape, or form, I will. And that's what this doing this kind of thing, coming to social media and especially YouTube is, coming here. That's what it means to me. So for all of you that tune in for each broadcast or you're here whenever you can, I do understand that many of us have things going on in our lives. So whenever you're here, I'm much appreciative. I'm very grateful, and listen up. Just my goal at the end of the day is to grow this channel as big as possible and keep having these fun broadcasts. But for once, I had to call out something that led us to these kinds of situations, and this is this simping, begging, and emotional ass R&B music, man. I mean, just couple things that resonate with me. Number one is like these kinds of deals aren't supposed to be one sided. Period. It's really unfair to have to subject yourself to that kind of thing just for a little nookie or whatever. I mean, shit, and really, there are paths you can take to do it for much less. Music is very integrated into our culture, and it's very influential. I mean, it controls your mood. There's been scientific studies on that, and one thing that it has done is put a lot of guys on some sucker shit, and it's and just had to let y'all know that a lot of that shit is unrealistic. If you ask me, if you ask a lot of these grown ass men out here, I just had to put a spotlight on a lot of it, because I don't like to see brothers fail, at something that would was highly preventable. So uh yeah, it's a lot of our favorite songs that we grew up on, and even some that has come out today, they're cringeworthy, very cringeworthy, and the madness needs to stop at the end of the day. So just to give you another tidbit on the mentality and the brutal honesty that is shared and reflected upon on this channel. You know, brothers, I'm not saying that in your courtships or even in your marriages that those should not have an important place in your life. Just don't forget about you in the process. And that's all I have to say right now. Um, Thank you for tuning in. Tomorrow night show is basically the context is I'm really sick of the solutions argument. Basically, every time we get to talking and having fun, people want to, or calling out BS. People want to sit there and talk about, well, you guys, you're not coming up with any solutions. Like, it's on us to save a community that the very same people who mention that kind of shit keep fucking up. So I'll get into more graphic detail uh, tomorrow night on that subject. And thank you for watching. So that's it. Thank you, Hybrid Catastrophic Impact X83rd Power. Long live the habitual line steppers. I am going to win. We are going to win. Take it easy. Till tomorrow night.